Yeah,
What
do that
is
shit.
the screen, John?
We made a massive announcement right now. Marvin came on live and announced that he's gay. And now
and we are black. And we are black. Sorry about that.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Yeah, we didn't have sound. Sorry about that. James and Marvin were doing something in the toilet. Don't know what Marvin.
And I knew.
James were doing.
I had a feeling when we walked in here and the two of them were alone in the booth.
It smelled like
flustered. It was smelling like a mixture of
it smelled like ass.
like bums and tin fish. And I was like, bums and tin fish. Like, what? I was like, who's cooking cabbage? Yeah. But actually, they were supposed to be sorting out the sound. But anyway, now it's fucking sorted now.
Thank
you guys.
Thank you for loading us in the comments. Let's start this again. What's happening, woman in tech?
Hello.
Woman in tech in the building. You good? You right?
I'm awesome, guys.
I'm sorry, woman in tech, but you're gonna have to re-announce what you announced.
I like the attention.
Yeah.
There were some juicy bits.
There were some juicy bits. We were basically commenting that woman in tech, after her appearance last week, started blowing up in the comments, and a lot of people were DMing me to say they're DMing her and she's not replying, and I must put a word in. But it turns out, as PH always says, she's a friend zone specialist.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Did you reply to any of the DMs you got as a result?
No, I just react. You know when you just put a heart when you see that message come through,
woman of value,
and you keep it moving.
I fucking hate that. Eh? When you send someone a message and you like, and then Bakshang, you like.
Do you know how hectic that thing is? You send like a thingy message. You're like, I sent it.
And then next thing you heart. Like that.
Fan.
On WhatsApp, if they reply, but
know how much it took for me to send
bro. And this is not a shop is not an answer to what I'm asking you. I'm asking, are you going to give?
Are you going to give me? Why don't you sharp?
Thumbs up.
Do you know what's like the worst part is at least my biggest fear is like a screen grab. When you give me now, they're gonna feed me back. Fucking sharp or hard. Come on, dog.
And then Makshang a screenshot and send it to their friends. Like,
look at this party.
Back in. I just blue ticked him. Kanti. That time, immediately after receiving the message, you called me.
Yeah, dude.
Now I must post counter call register information.
Anyways.
And I don't save any of these bitches' names as their own name. Now I've got the Sia, City of Chope. Come on. It's Don, water and sanitation. Felix, arts and culture. Who's that? Fucking Felix, bro.
Yeah, some
works in Gates' office.
Yeah. Who is that? Otherwise, what's happening, good people in the rights?
I mean, I'm sharp, I'll tell you.
New week, new season.
See you look the same. Hey, my friend.
I've got the same face. Can't speak for others.
Look, it is the season to make minor changes. I saw you posted and said you're going to be cutting your hair.
Yeah, man.
After you posted and saying, I'm not cutting my hair. Yeah. I think you said until December or some shit. Now you're psyching us.
You guys need to keep my name. Marvin, you need to keep James's things out of your mouth.
Film this.
No, man, I think I'm going to cut the hair purely based on the reason why I kept the hair. My peers, I was doing it in solidarity because my peers can't grow hair. If you take your cap off, for example.
I'm nice.
I'm joking.
I keep it like this because I'm a Mexican. This is a Mexican hairstyle, but there's no recede. It's been like this. Fortunately, it doesn't run in my family. Whenever I see niggas in their 30s going bald, and I'm just like, I was shamed. Humble, you take him. Go to take.
No, man. I was spending a lot of money on haircuts. So I average about what, $600 a haircut.
Yo, yes, you cut.
Yeah.
Dog, I average
man, like a visit there, you'll do. Hey, dog, these things now, it's no longer just $50, cheese scope and whatnot. Now they say trim, shave,
steam shave,
whatnot, the towel.
Yeah,
the whole experience is quite pricey, and I guess convenience comes at a price.
That's it, and you are classist after all.
I like things. A classist is like a very. You're making me like the black Karen, and I don't like that.
You're kind of like you like
anyways,
the black Paris Hilton. You know, it's got to be bougie.
Anyway, so that's why. But it was winter. But hey, man,
yeah,
the hoes ain't loving me with this haircut, yo.
Yeah, that's you see.
I'm joking. They do. Actually.
Okay, because I was gonna say that's a big determining factor.
No.
Yeah, you've got to cater to to PH.
My stocks are up, boss.
My with this hair,
yeah.
Samsung. Almost you said it's the same thing.
My power, my money.
Maybe keep it, my nigga, and then try and see what extravagant stunts you can do with it.
We'll see. Yeah, the worst thing I can do is cornrows. I think that'll be the
Don't do cornrows,
that'll be the wackest thing
Or
I'll ever do.
dreads.
I'm not going to do it.
Dreads.
I'm not going through a midlife crisis.
You used to have dreads, eh?
No.
Did you ever have? What other hairstyle have you ever had besides this one? Only fella.
She's scope for 15 years,
and
then
you moved into the
I grew my
fade vibes. Yeah.
Then I moved in. Then I grew my hair, brush, and we're rocking it. But anyways, enough about my hair.
At some point, it was S curl, wave.
I hear these changes that you're talking about, and it reminds me of other changes that I've seen recently.
Because it is the season.
It is the season.
Yes. On the agenda, there, women in tech. I saw it, but maybe just elaborate us, and I'll tell you why.
In fact, I want us to start from the beginning, right? So
From the beginning.
Yeah, well, let's just go through like a bit of a timeline.
Sure.
When Miss Kanyi Mbau, first introduced herself.
Like
you really want to go that far back?
Yes, we have to.
I wanted to say something. She looks like
for
someone.
us to understand how
she looks like someone in the thing, but
back in the day.
Back in the day, this was her. Once upon a time, her family still recognized her, and then she became light skinned. I think.
Damn.
That picture is lying. She's not like that live, man.
I need to. There's makeup as well.
There's makeup, but
no, man. I mean, in terms of how white that picture makes her look.
Well, there's a white background.
But she transformed.
She did get lighter. Yes.
Yes, she got.
Yes.
And now we're here. New week, new face. Who this? Like she looking.
Yeah, that one took me aback.
Right. So this is, and she did this. I don't know what surgery, and she's dropped a video now, which will play, explaining what she recently did. And then we can get into the chat of
let's play the video.
New face, new me.
New person.
Hello, Mono.
It's obviously scary because of like the bed. Like I feel
we can't play the video. Okay.
My name is Kanyi Mbau. From the airplane to a luxury vehicle car that brought me to the Mono Life Hotel. And the following day, going into the hospital was stunning, where I got to meet my doctor and do my consultation. I was a little nervous, I won't lie to you, but the experience, because Mert made it feel like it was going to be a breeze. After speaking to Ganesh and giving her my wish list and telling her exactly what I want, then the doctor told me exactly what I could get, which was my eyelids removed, my fox eye, and my upper lip reduction. I stayed in hospital for one night, then I was back at the Mono Life Hotel. The linen, the hotel staff, the food is 5-star. I would recommend this to you. So if you're thinking about doing surgery and having it done, the only place to do it has to be at Mono Clinic Surgery, because I did it and so can you. This is the only place. Mwah.
Right. Okay. Obviously, yeah. But let's just first separate two things, right? So she did the procedure, but that video, obviously, because she tags the clinic.
Yes.
And believe it or not, I have first-hand knowledge of that place. She's saying, I came to this place, I did this procedure. It's probably like a collab that she's doing. No,
it's clearly sponsored.
Yeah. Maybe not fully sponsored, but
discounted.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know what?
Maxoni, I share the same sentiments.
Yeah. Sifuna?
Hey, why are you calling? Why isn't Pure Echo? Hey, tech! Don't mention that word,
So my thing is, right, is that, if we look at the picture that we put up first from where the journey started to now, first of all, I've always thought she was hot. I used to know her a lot better when I was still at YFM days.
Crazy sex appeal.
My man, like hard, right? And this is like before any of these procedures. She landed on the scene and she was a hot girl. And then it's kind of like, as women, when you're getting older and you need to maintain that level of hotness, there are, medical procedures that exist to limit wrinkles, fix wherever it's stretching, fix wherever it's getting out of shape. You can do boobs, you can do bums, you can do body sculpting. And in this case, I don't know if she's done a facelift or what she's done to her face, but it would appear her eyes have almost changed shape. Like she's getting, you know, that look. You know that look on Instagram, man. That one.
No, but hey, dog. So she looks like half of the, and she looks like those women who've done procedures, but horrible procedures. Have you know those Dannies, whether it's overseas or even here locally, lips are just like
disproportionate.
Disproportionate.
You mean like botched? Vibes.
Yes. You know, Chinese, give Chinese eyes effect. Like she looks like a Danny that I've seen before. And it's like those Dannies where I'm just like, hey.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But look, my thing is, I don't know why she posted the video immediately after the procedure.
Maybe after healing, she should have.
That's it. Because look, as somebody who's been on standby post procedures, it looks shit, bro. You know, like you don't want to come out of the procedure and be like, look at my new boobs.
Yeah,
and then
that's
there's
not exciting
veins in the titties. You're not going to suck that thing. Like, what's up? It's the same now with your face. Like, you don't want to post immediately after because it's swollen, it's still hurt. And like what? Unless your plan is to say, remember me like this, voila. You know, the next video she posts is like, I've healed. It's been 2 months since my procedure. Boom.
Look, I've seen vlogs of these girls doing BBLs and whatnot. So to speak to the point of like the drainage stuff, I think it's common. Well, at least on YouTube, I've seen some of the girls like, okay, I just did the surgery. I look like this. It's painful. Day one was like this. Went for the lymph drainage. This, that, the other. Cool. This is the next level. Like she's taking it to another level, especially in the South African context.
In the South African context,
I mean,
but she doesn't even live here.
We are still at a place where it is taboo to speak on the procedure. I mean, we had a lady talking about how it's shunned upon that you take Ozempic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ozempic. So in South Africa, it's still a thing like, this one did her body. But
even, have you seen when someone does do their body, there's always comments that are like, this one fake, you've gone to Turkey again or whatever, you know?
No, those ones hide it. And the difference here,
she's not hiding it.
She's like, hey,
this is what I did.
This is what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm two minds about it because it's Kanyi, first and foremost. She's like the soldier boy. The first rapper to do this first in South Africa. She's the first.
I know. she's the pioneer.
Yeah, she's the first to get a plessa. You know, first one to get a
pioneer.
You know, so for me, and she's bossing the narrative, but.
And she's like unapologetic about it. She's like, fuck you guys. This is what I did.
I'm just shocked at how it looks like. Like, the pictures that Women in Tech just showed us, that the journey to it. I'm just like, yeah.
And you know what my thing is? And I think this is always the question whenever we see these procedures, because this is the other thing that you'll find. And recently, like on TikTok and Instagram, I've been seeing a lot of, there's a very big story out of, it's this British family. Basically, they also went to Turkey to go undergo a procedure. Obviously, they don't mention where they went, but the mom was going for a tummy tuck and a what, and she died. And then the family is talking now to BBC or whatever British channel, and they're like, they didn't even explain to us. They said the procedure is going to be 2 hours, but then they just came out and said, she died on the operating table. Now, they're changing. Obviously, I get it from their perspective. They lost a loved one.
Sure.
But everything in that thing, when you look at the comments, when they're talking about the cost of the procedure, when they're talking about the area in Turkey that they went to, people are like, if someone is going to tell you that they're going to make your face like ganjani and charge you 2 grand, you should have known that there's no way you're going to achieve a 10,000 Rand procedure for 2,000 Rand.
Sure.
I'm obviously using random figures.
Yeah.
Then there's others that talk about the teeth, because a lot of British people make their way there because the, what is it called? NHI in England is a clusterfuck.
Sure.
Dental is almost near impossible to get an appointment.
Really?
So if you want to fix your teeth, it's cheaper to fly to Turkey, be there for a week, they dollar your teeth. But again, if a veneer procedure should cost you somewhere between 300,000 and 500,000 Rand or the equivalent thereof. If you're getting that shit for 100K, you can't be that special, fam. You're not like, so I think there's a lot of negligence in the pursuit of these bodies and the pursuit of perfection, as it were. As I say, the clinic that Kanyi went to, I know that place actually, and fucking top notch, bro. But it's like, where does it become obsession? You know, like where does it become like troubling in terms of, are there people around you that are going to say, yo fam, you usugela, usula.
Sure.
What, you know, what next? Where do you go from here?
Look, I hear you. I think throughout, we can speak it till we're blue in our face. Khanyi, maybe not blue, but she
white in her face.
no, but at the end of the day, she will sleep at night because she knows why she did that.
Yeah.
She's cool with it. Who the fuck are we?
Fuck that. If women in tech, what do you think of that? Like something.
What, are you saying fuck that to what I just said?
No, I'm agreeing with you when you say the stance of the person getting the procedure should be, oh fuck that, it's my body, my choice vibe.
Yes.
What do you think of that? Because a lot of women, when they speak on the procedure, I might be there saying, you know, women in tech, don't do it.
Sure.
You might be saying, hey man, I think you're too young, it's
People
a bad
are fucking
idea.
Projecting, man.
Have kids first or whatever. All of these like reasons people give to not go and do it. But you as the person that's getting it done,
sure,
how do you explain to someone like, don't do what you really want to do because it's going to make you feel better? Do you know what I'm saying? Who are we to judge vibe?
To some extent, I think in the beginning, it's one of those that, hey, I want to do this because it will make me look and feel better. But the reality, and something I've recently been exposed to, is that you need to maintain plastic with plastic. So you do the first procedure and you think, okay, cool, my boobs are done. In 10 years' time, you need to go back.
Gravity's rocking you.
Yeah,
but
you know what I mean?
Okay, what would have happened to your boobs anyway in 10 years?
No, but what I'm saying is that that's where the gateway of like going extreme, you know, you keep going back for more. We look at you and we're like, how? But you did it the first time, cheap, all right. Why are you going back? And it's like, no, the maintenance of it. And then by the time you go back for the round 2, they're like, actually, we've upgraded. You don't just have to do your boobs. You can do your eyes now. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, but also technology advances.
Yes.
It does,
and then you're like, okay, cool.
Technology
So
advances,
if my boobs are looking good, now my face needs to match it, then you do that. And then we have this kind of situation where for us, it's like, my daughter, why would you do that? Like you were fine. But for her, it's like, no, maybe it's a maintenance thing. I need to keep up because if I don't, I'm going to start looking like 1994.
True, but also remember, she's not competing with Santon. She's competing with Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, like they're based in Dubai.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that place, you know the story, bro. That place is at that level of technology advancement.
Sure. It's crazy.
It's almost like you can't compete if you're not using some performance enhancing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to be out the game. My thing is that, like, and I get, like, you know, from personal experience again, like when you're in that chat about why do you want this thing, except that person will tell you, I need this thing because
1, 2, 3.
Must be 1, 2, 3, and then you believe it. And you know, like if it's your person, I've paid for a couple of bitches procedures because it had, you know what I mean?
Wait, pause. You paid?
Yes, and I've supported it. Yes, I even have a family member who gave me the whole sob story, and all of us were like, listen, don't do it. And she went and she did it. This is like, but she was at auntie stage, but she did it and she's never been better.
I've never paid for Turkey.
Post kids,
but you paid for Turkey.
No comment.
Turkey or Pretoria?
Both. However, please note, PH said, I've never paid for Turkey. So
you paid for something, my nigga.
Pretoria or Melrose Arch.
As I said at the beginning of the show, convenience comes at a price.
And listen, I don't want it to come across as like I'm not trying to hide anything, but I support it, especially. And I think a lot of guys will agree, dude. If your wife comes to you, gents, or your chick, and she's like, babe, maybe you've got 2 kids together, and she's like, yo, after these kids, I'm not happy with what's happening here, but naive footy. Something. Yo, that's a nice birthday surprise to say, babe, I've booked for you at doctor, and you are inside. Here's new titties and a new stomach. What the fuck? Make her confidence level then goes through the
revenge,
roof.
Not even revenge. Yeah, look, at the end of the day.
Yes.
Warras, you want a sports car, don't you?
I want it.
Now, not the sports car that you drive, but you want your wife to be the equivalent of a sports car, correct?
Yes.
So are you not going to pay the price of a sports car?
Well, you'll pay
not
because
the price. I'm just saying, not the actual equivalent. I'm just saying.
You're saying you'll pay to modify the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've bought myself a Vivo. I want my Vivo too.
Oh, okay. So you view it as buying yourself bums.
I'm not buying myself bums. No, dog. I'm just saying.
And it gets upgraded every year.
No, look, at the end of the day, they say every time when I wash my car on a Sunday, I'm like, yo, the rims of my car. Same applies to
the thing.
The things. Like,
hey, women in tech, the joy that they show is incomparable to bitches are happy.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna say no to some new breasts? Breastises. Something.
Anyway, shout out Kanyi Mbau. Please show us what it looks like afterwards, because you've got the whole country shook. So let's see.
Sorry, before we close this, I'm on some. There'll be the woman like, oh, you're setting the wrong precedent, and whatever. I've seen some chicks said, I did not wake up and choose to be a role model for your child.
That's it. Yeah. This is about me.
This is about me.
Sure, my body. 100%.
And that's
we'll get into that chat one day, someday.
No, we will.
Because I think it's a double standard.
Don't go and select people's. Why are you saying she must be a role model? Why force that?
The mere fact that people know you, it comes with that. To whom much is given, much is required.
Someone asked in the comments, what does she do? She actually lives her life. Someone asked in the comments, what does Kanyi Mbau do?
Publicly.
She lives her life. Yes.
Publicly.
I didn't say to you, hey, I want to be your role model.
We'll she lives her life and she's with the oak. I mean, her boyfriend is clearly moneyed, whatever the fuck he does.
Sure.
And I mean, their life is public. Like if you go to either of their Instagrams,
sure,
you'll see that these people are on yachts, they're in Dubai, they're flexing, watches, shopping, whatever. So Imali Corner, I don't know. She's never said this is what I do for a living, but she's almost like a public figure for a living. She was even on Young Famous and
that's the difference. It's not like women in tech going to do all this thing. It's Kanyi Mbau. And that's what I'm saying. That's where the hypocrisy is. But we'll have this chat another day.
We will.
Because Amalanga Awafani.
Yes.
Oh, what a trend. Oh.
Let's get into that.
Maphorisa.
Pori and Samthing Soweto. PH, I feel like you want to lead this one.
Oh, full disclosure.
Did you hear that?
Can I just full disclosure? I actually sent Maphorisa a message. I saw the thing. Yeah.
I sent his office a message.
Oh no, I sent him a message direct. Yeah.
I sent
and I was like, Pori, fuck everyone.
Come to the show.
Do your thing. Come to the show. Yes. No, I said to him, he's welcome to come to the show. Yeah.
Oh, Venus is saying patiently waiting the Amalanga Awafani tea. I sent his office a message. Obviously, won't get into the details of what the back and forth was, but I said I want us to champion his narrative, because sometimes I feel like the articulation may not be the one, but what he's trying to say is actually either sound.
Can I get into that? Because this is my thing. I also saw it in bits and pieces, but I know his stance in general. This isn't the first time Maphorisa has been embroiled in such a
topic
scenario.
Sure.
And he is consistent. His thing is, you knew when you knew. So me, now why must I stop doing what I'm doing because when you knew?
Okay. So let's take a step back.
Brief me.
Let's do
some context of this Amalanga Awafani tea, right? The song, that's a song that has recently dropped, and there are people on the song. Samthing Soweto commented with a heartbroken emoji because he's not credited.
He wasn't credited.
But his vocals are on.
Yes.
Right? Fast forward, Pori went on a live to say, hey man, people like to vilify me, and the truth of the matter is I've done a lot for this country, the culture, and he went on a live.
Do you know what I've done for South Africa?
Right? And then there was like more tweets coming out to say basically what had happened was that the guys were recording the song. Samthing Soweto he heard it, he wanted to jump on.
It was someone else's song.
Yes, and then
to begin with.
And then he was being a diva because now he was like he wants 50% royalties.
Before the royalties.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this is what's being said online when we also all trying to understand like, okay. And he basically got the contract, he ghosted them. That's what they're saying. And then they were like, we need to drop the song. That's why he wasn't credited.
Okay. Who had the right to drop the song?
Okay.
Mm.
So let me
Yes, that's
come in.
that was the
Come
20s.
inside. Come inside.
Let me land. So the song belonged to someone else, or it was not meant for a homie.
Mm.
They laced the vocals.
The
Yeah.
song belonged to someone else. It was
No,
not meant for
It's
something
Mass's song.
Soweto.
It was Mass's song.
Mass music song. Okay.
So say I've produced a song, you Warras walk into the studio or whatever, you hear it. Hey man, this
Song's dope. Yeah.
yeah. Jump on, share vocal, drops or it leaks onto the socials, hype around it. Yo, when is the song coming? Now, homie is known for being difficult when it comes to the admin of stuff or the release of songs. And I'll take it back to a Heavy K. Heavy K had the same issue with Ulele. Do the vocals, ne? Then it's like, hey man, I need to send you
I need to send you the
we
paperwork.
need to send the paperwork. The song needs to drop. That we can't drop this. There's timelines in terms of submissions and all this stuff. Homie ghosts.
Okay.
Homie like will literally not. You will post. He'll post broken hearts, whatnot. And it's like, but bro, we're sitting on a landmine here. You are literally delaying the whatnot. So I
You
don't
have it on email. You have it on WhatsApp. It's not.
You know. So what happened was, I think with how Ulele came about with Heavy K is that he sent him the artwork. Here's the split sheets. The song is being dropped out on Friday. Yeah?
And then he squealed.
And then he didn't support the song. He didn't push it. He didn't whatnot. But that's the same sentiment. Same applies here. I'm out to like, yo, man, this song has been doing the things on the socials. People are crying about it. It's being played in the clubs. We need to release it. What he said on the socials about split sheets. Wow. Split sheets, ne? First of all, he wanted more. He was just on the hook, ne? He wanted more from a percentage. Yeah, from a percentage perspective when it comes to the song. And technically, if we want to talk about
which portion should be apportioned.
Ne?
Yeah.
If you say a song is maybe like 5 minutes, ne? There's multiple ways to speak on like portions in terms of percentages, right? Say if we all did an equal amount, then the fair thing is like, okay, guys, we'll do, if there's 3 of us, 33%, 33%. Bob's your uncle.
Sharp.
So Sharp's I'm out.
But if I'm Metro Boomin,
but if
you're Drake, this guy's Future.
Yeah.
Future's on the hook, Drake's on the verses, and Metro's
then
on
the split
beat.
becomes like
Metro might say I want 50 because it's my beats.
Whatever it is,
Shot.
yeah. This is obviously there's two splits when it comes to there's the master and then there's the publishing one. But anyways, so homie was just difficult about the process. So the guys, you know, and I saw this thing and I don't want to choose the word, but someone said they were technically wrong for releasing the song.
Okay.
Ne? Because technically, ne, he's on the song, but they hadn't finished the
paperwork.
The paperwork.
Okay.
He didn't say take me off. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm just saying it's like chance sharp. But
he could have not said take me off. Like he didn't say take me off because he never read the fucking email and was ghosting, or he didn't say take me off because he wanted to be on.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm just saying it could be either.
Homie was just reactionary to what was happening, and then,
no, but now because it dropped now, so the ship has sailed, so he has to react now.
Yes,
and then he's choosing to react in a way that's like
beneficial to him.
Yeah. But the narrative when I first saw it, and before I knew any of this information, before I even read, the first thing one thinks as a layman, right, on Twitter, is when I see something like that, I'm like, yo, this guy. He fucked Samthing Soweto over.
Sure.
What's wrong with these Owens? Because I know the song is dope. And you're saying, Guti, Nkape, Umchita that was on the hook, like the vocals that I know from the song, you excluded this guy. What's wrong with you, Oaks?
I'm just reading this comment from Venus. It says, if what Pori said was true, that something was stalling, then something played him and knew. Yeah, and look, I don't want to be the one to say, yeah, that's the case. Yes. But there are other guys who are like, Mfana, it happened to me. It happened to me. Heavy K hasn't recorded a video, if I'm not mistaken, for Ulele, because this guy has been ghosting him, literally blue ticking him. He's like, Pandanga.
Yeah.
And that Heavy K is not the only guy who's ever spoken about this thing.
Yes, but it would appear that there's a pattern of behavior.
There's a pattern. So,
and we honestly, are any of them saying, because now if we look at that pattern, are we saying that maybe Untanga is just a difficult oak? Maybe he does it on purpose.
Bro, in the split sheet, hey, why am I saying shit? Because maybe it's shit. The conversation, but anyway,
Shit.
The whole thing of a split sheet is okay. We can even talk about that because some guys then cry later on. Ne?
Yeah.
Because split sheets weren't even availed to them. But this thing where you find guys, yo man, we're in studio, we're making the song. Gumnandi, yeah.
Song is made.
The simple thing should be like, chance. We all agree, 10%, 5%, whatnot, you know?
Yeah. We sign, we move.
Yes, sign, we move. But usually that happens after it because we don't want to kill the vibe in the studio. Once the song is recorded, mixed, mastered, you know.
Sure.
Hey, gents, okay, cool. To your publisher, hey, 15%, 25%.
30, whatever.
30, whatever. And Bob's uncle released the song. Here, Home Dog was like, I want half of this song. I want X. And the guys gave it to him, and then he still ghosted them. And then they're like, yo, man.
It's cut. Yeah. Because I remember also where we are in the year. We're at September now. Songs need to drop now.
Yes.
The ones you want to bang for summer, they've got it. They're going to come out between now and end of September.
Now in November.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, if my thing was ready in winter, I wasn't going to drop that shit on the 21st of July.
Sure.
I was going to wait till now, at least.
Yeah, of course.
Vela khona manye that
And
will
we'll get
drop.
you bookings
But
as
it's
well.
almost like now's the time to drop. Otherwise, we lose the opportunity to take advantage of that high booking window.
Sure.
And that's not fair.
Sure.
Like you're saying, in Heavy Case situation, he's waiting for the video for however long. He waited long enough for the song. And then it's like, you can't actually quantify what you've lost in terms of mileage and traction that you could have gained over one guy.
Sure.
That's not fair. It doesn't matter. I love Samthing Soweto, but it's got nothing to do with him personally. It's the principle of how this thing needs to be carried out.
Just be a team player.
Yeah, but then I also saw on the socials later on they dropped like a screenshot where they did credit him, right?
So they changed it.
Yeah. So in that context, like,
That's
did
what I
they
was saying,
just
I think-
put his name
No,
for the
that's
sake
what I
of
was
it,
saying.
or did someone
No.
make a call and they?
No, that's what I was saying. I think they were wrong for not crediting
Okay.
it. Because in fact, what I think they should have done is just drop the song, credit, you know. But then I think the danger of that would have been maybe a thingy waiting and saying, I'll wait for the song to generate a lot of money, then collect the money. Then we have a different problem now.
Yeah, because now I'm coming to claim.
Yeah, now I'm coming to claim. So I think it was chess on both ends, to be
Okay.
honest. Like, oh, let's drop.
Yeah.
You know, song's out. What's gonna happen? The worst that could happen, take it off, remove him, remove his vocals. And those guys have the power with the record labels to literally upload and, you know, remove a song, upload it same day with the changes. You know, other artists would have to drop it and then wait for a longer period to get the song
wait for the
uploaded.
run.
Yeah. So it's
Well,
tricky.
let's see how they sort it out. But you heard what Maphorisa said.
But
I'm the god of this thing, man.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some people love making someone else a villain. Ne? And we're gonna take it back to the conversation of like my house, my electricity, my food, my transport,
my roof,
my everything. Ne? I've seen some conversations online about at the end of the day, if I'm a businessman, ne? Like any other place, I'm going to invest in something that's going to return money
to me.
Or to the business. Ne? Unfortunately, food in that particular situation and all those other things that are named are part of the investment. And when people start naming, why do you count food? Why do you count alcohol? Why do you count? Well, all of those things contributed to outside of the art, all of these things contributed to making of this product. Kind of have to get that stuff back first. Then we can talk about split stuff.
And you know, and that's this isn't like, I don't want people to think it's just this chat.
Sure.
In general, across the world, whenever I've seen like the record label thing attacked, you know, they also have their ducks in a row when they retort. And they say, my nigga, when you came to me, you had fuck all.
Yes.
And then you know, like I watched a very interesting one. It was about, what's that guy? Panda Designer. Where like the chat that they were having, they were like, yo, this guy was performing in a club. And then Kanye saw him and he was like, that's the one.
Sure.
But within, let's say you saw him performing on Thursday. By Monday, what he had
God.
put together for this guy was beyond his wildest dreams.
Sure.
Because remember, they also approach it with the principle of he has cars, he has money, he has jewelry,
That's
he has a
alone,
house.
that's all
he has-
investment.
That's it. So if I invest $5 million, I'm using a random example, in you, and I'm like, my nigga, here's your stuff. Grand. I'm literally taking you from where you were,
Sure.
sure. But imaliam.
Yes.
When that song starts generating revenue, and let's say, for example, the song generates $10 million,
Sure.
for argument's sake. Of that 10 million, are you saying I must only take back my 5
No.
and then you take the other? Never. I'm going to take 9 and you're going to get 1. But by the time that point comes, you are $1 million richer, plus you've got all of this
these
stuff
things,
than you ever were. Is it really fair? Because sometimes I think what people do in their minds, they think because something is mine, my vocals are on it, my this, my that, you forget about the infrastructure that's into your thing going that far.
Sure.
And would you rather have 100% of nothing or 10% of a fucking fortune? Come on. You know, like it's that nearsighted
Sure.
kind of penny wise pound foolish thing.
Sure.
Don't be dumb. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not saying record labels are the one. I'm saying
No, that system has seemed unfair to the artists, and I'm just saying that some business is not fair. Business, am I wrong?
I wouldn't say it's unfair,
wouldn't
but I
say,
think the reality is,
It's not balanced. It's not.
yeah, like
and it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I mean, if you put in like even corporate, there's someone that takes the risk, right?
Sure.
And this is why you become an employee, because you know every month I'm safe.
The lights are on.
You know,
the
Good
whatnot,
point,
yeah.
woman in tech.
right? Every
Yes.
month I get a salary of 10,000.
Sure.
I know I'm safe.
Sure.
But there's a guy who's above you who's put in 100 million and he doesn't know if he's going to get it back.
Return, yeah.
Right? And
if he doesn't get it back, he doesn't come to you and say, hey, sell your house, sell your car.
yeah,
You
he
take
needs to
your
make
shit
a
and you
plan
fuck off.
to pay
Yeah.
you. And so it's the same concept in terms of this is business. I put in $1 million. I need to make my $1 million plus interest.
Plus more, yeah.
You know, that's how it goes. I just think sometimes people get sold a dream, and that's what happens is that I meet PH. PH is like, dude, this is the song. I'll give you 50% royalties. Kanti, on the actual contract, you're only taking 10% royalties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what people cry about.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
Sure.
And this is what I've said with a lot of guys. Guys don't read contracts. The basics. Like, ask, what does in perpetuity mean?
Yeah.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you ask.
In split sheet.
In split shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather.
royalty.
Yeah, you know,
Royal
I'd rather,
Park.
a Royal Palm. I'd rather you ask,
Yes.
you know, and find out what it is that you're getting into than having to cry later. Yes, I may be coming or talking from a point of privilege, but what I'm saying is the biggest or the most common thing is that guys don't empower themselves with the knowledge. One of the first episodes that we spoke on here,
when we had
was
the
about-
piano chat,
when we had about Amapiano, was that like get into the business of this thing. The you've heard of these stories before. You may not be the exception. It may happen to you as well. Equip yourself with as much knowledge as possible. And I say that to every single artist as well.
There's a lot of guys also, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, when you bite the hand that feeds you type of thing.
Sure.
I feel like that chat only ever comes up. So in other words, we do the deal, but I sign the contract. Whether I read it or not, it's immaterial. We are done now. Now we start. Now I'm a superstar. Now I start making money. And the money is coming in. And my checks, although they're 90-10 or 80-20, so you're taking 8 bars and I'm getting 2 bars.
Sure.
When that 2 bars is coming in, and PH and I tell you, one of our most important life lessons is you don't realize how much money you're losing
when
you're making money.
Yeah.
And that notion can be applied to this because now you're eating, things are popping. You understand? So even though it's 2 bar, it's a fucking fortune for you.
Sure.
Okay. And then that starts to not dry up, but it starts to either influence the people around you into the stuff that they're putting into your head. Because this arrangement was fine when we started.
Sure.
Now it's a problem because people are making you clever. Or alternatively, you're making less of it. You understand? Because as an organization, we are making less. Now all of a sudden it becomes like, we're not PH. Katle. This guy was even billing me for food, dog.
Sure.
Food, man. Can you believe? Hey, when you're eating the food, I'll show you next. You
You weren't paying rent, you weren't paying for groceries.
You were eating my woolies door to door.
Sure.
I'll show you to check 60-60.
Sure.
Why didn't you say no? It's 60-60 corner put. Ungayifaki nje ku spreadsheets. Ukudla.
Sure.
Now it's a problem after the fact.
do the recon.
Yes, when we're doing the recon now, like but that thing it's eating you now to say, let me raise this point. And then again, it's like there's a difference, because when Maphorisa was saying those things, I was laughing because I know Maphorisa personally.
Sure.
And you can call it arrogance. Honestly, it's confidence. It's like that Conor McGregor energy.
Sure.
When that guy speaks, he says, no, I'm this guy because I fucking did these things, so fuck you.
Sure.
And Maphorisa is also like, hey guys, look at my life. Look at my hits. Look at my albums. Look at what I've done.
Sure.
I came on the scene as fucking Uhuru.
Sure.
Now I'm here. You can't say to him, when you are a puss for saying that. Bro, the guy has honestly,
career.
my man, he has earned it.
Oscar, dog, he's been there since.
Yes. Since. And for again, he's not my best mate in the world, but I fucking interviewed that guy on Live Amp in 2012.
Sure.
And I can tell you now, when they pulled up there, it was him and Klep. Sure. And Chidimma as Uhuru.
Sure.
The guy that came there, like when you look at someone and you're like, yes, this brewer was that guy, and now he's this guy. You understand?
Sure.
You can't fault him for that, because when you got onto the Mapiano wave and you thought Maphorisa is a new guy,
Sure.
not a fucking new guy. He's paid his dues, he's put the work in. I feel like it also comes at him sideways when he's like, man, a lot of the shit I made for these people, fucking put them on, and now they turn around and they kind of
make me the villain.
They're making me the villain in the story. And then we frown upon people who speak like that and say, I love you. You don't know what I've done for South Africa. We don't.
In my travels, if it's one thing I've been made to realize as South Africans, we're extremely humble. Americans are cocky. You could come across someone who's so basic in their talent, but how the picture that they paint, they know how to sell. We are so humble in our approach, and thank you for being here. Americans, different story. And I think Pori has just been has adopted that thing of like, yo man, I'm the guy, and there's nothing that's going to change.
Yeah.
I was here, I am here, and I'm still going to be here. Everyone else who I'm dealing with, sharp, do your thing, but tomorrow I'll give you another hit. And he does that.
100%. And you can't step to him now and be like, but I expect you to be that guy from 2013. No, I'm not. I'm now the guy from 2024. My nigga, check my resume.
Sure.
What are you going to do? You're going to take the Pori hit or not? Do you know what I'm saying?
Anyways, congrats to the Springboks.
Anyways, I hope the song does fucking well, and I hope everybody gets out of it what they really want.
Can I tell you something? That release is about 2 or 3 weeks late. The release of the song is about 2-3 weeks late. I've had the song. I had the song maybe 2 months ago. That's when I got the song about
Amalanga Awafani. I'm a DJ Awafani.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm a celeb Awafani.
I got the song. So I'm just saying and the way piano.
You're flexing on us that you're on a private email list.
No, no.
I'm just saying. This way before
no, not
you
even
guys
me.
did.
A bunch of DJs, the streets, the streets. And what I'm saying is every time the impact that it had on people's reactions maybe a month ago versus maybe last week when I was in the clubs, it's not the same. There's other songs that are
because there's songs every week.
No, but I'm just saying, had those guys released back then when they were talking about splits, we'd be having a different conversation. That's why I'm just like, okay, songs out, but there's Scott Mapuma's got 3-4 songs that are killing the streets right now.
Hey, Warras.
Dogs of life.
Okay, but let's talk about
and
travel.
Maphorisa, come to the fucking show.
Please.
Yeah,
but talking about travel, our favorite girl, Chichi,
Oh my God. I'm so tired of that.
We are paid to speak about this kid at the show.
I'm sorry, Chichi, you're not a bitch.
She keeps making headlines, and she is currently just trending. She did win Miss Universe Nigeria.
Yes, but then they gave her a crown from Timu.
Okay, wait. I want to ask the. It's not. I want to say validity of this show. Is that what you're about to mention?
No, but
you mean the validity of the pageant
credibility,
itself?
Credibility of the pageant.
I'm glad
itself.
you said that.
I don't know anything about the Miss Universe Nigeria, right? But
is this Miss Nigeria? Is it like the one that they're gonna take to?
I think so, right? But Chi in her she's just a walking red flag at this point, and everything that she does just keeps making us just be like, girl, why would you do that?
Sorry, Wendy, please give us a wide. You always just give me, you show me, and I'm just like, this is weird.
Show me also, Wendy. I'm not scared to be shown.
No, it's like when you're talking, and they show me, and my reactions, I could be closing my eyes. Hey, Wendy, dog, come on.
All right.
Wendy, don't listen to him. You're doing well.
Thanks, Wendy.
To just kind of give a bit of context, right? She withdrew from Miss SA pageant because Home Affairs came out to say that her mom's identity is not. Yeah,
it's not the one.
It's not the one, and she might have committed identity fraud.
Sure.
Which would mean then her documents are illegitimate. Yeah, there we go. Now, Action SA has come out to be like, hey, we saw your mom at the pageant in Nigeria. How did she even leave the country? Because she's currently under investigation.
And may I just say, Action SA is fucking struggling for relevance since a terrible showing in the elections. Mangenapi. Like, honestly, that was really a bitch move from Action SA, because let the girl win the pageant and let's have the thing calm down. Now they want to come out publicly like, Home Affairs must answer. Listen here, boss. The Home Affairs department has been performing exceptionally well since the new minister took over. They were clearing backlogs. There's other shit to deal with. We can't all fucking focus on Chi. So Action SA, whatever, bro.
I hear you. But
oh my God. Because
I hear you now.
How did she leave?
Maybe,
I don't know how she left.
Maybe with the real documentation.
See, and now it's bringing to light.
Two passports.
Yeah, right. It's bringing to light like, hey, maybe she really did do some shiggy things.
Sure.
And if she is being investigated, then she shouldn't have left. And it's just bringing like to spotlight.
Who are you investigating?
The mom.
Who are you investigating?
But also,
who are you investigating? My real identity ain't the one you investigating.
No,
because I'm another person. This is obviously their first run-in with Nigerians. Industrious chaps.
But it's just exposing how big the syndicate is, right? Because Chichi's mom is just one person, but it's exposing Uguti. If she could leave, there's been other people. Bushiri, I think, has left or whatever.
Yeah, and he could have also, like, just on that example, he could have left on his Malawian documentation.
Yeah.
Or, you know, there's countries in the world, right, where if you have enough money, you buy your citizenship via investment. Yeah. Lot of like these, like more Andrew Tate and them. They say you must have multiple passports so you can travel on multiple some Jason Bourne shit. Where if I've bought mine in, I don't know, UAE, and I've bought one in flippin', I don't know, Italy, whatever the case may be. Let's say I've got an EU passport now. I can actually leave with that one, and my South African one can just blow in the cupboard. As long as I leave with that one and re-enter with that one. So it could be that her mom left with the OG Nigerian one or Mozambican, wherever she's from. But then my question would be, has she been renewing it every 5 years or whatever since Chichi was born? Because surely that should have expired. Since 2001.
I've got homies who were born, I think they were born in the States in exile or whatever it was. But they are South African, and I know that they've got two passports.
They've got like their US one. And so, but again, it's like, cool. If she did do that, is that a crime?
Yes, it is.
To travel on your other one that you have anyway.
No, but identity theft is a big thing.
Yes, but that's a separate matter. I'm saying, let's say the identity theft matter is being handled because she hasn't been charged with it. We are now still investigating. So
Chichi's mom is
Chichi's mom. So in the time that Chichi's mom, the investigation is going on, are you saying the auntie can't travel on her OG Nige passport?
She shouldn't.
Technically,
she shouldn't.
No. She shouldn't. But has she been charged with anything, guys? You know, let me take an example from my friend Dutuzani Zuma's book. You know, the whole time that guy was being in the media. He wasn't charged with anything.
Oh, they just...
He was charged, yes, with the culpable homicide thing, but that had nothing to do with the Guptas. Okay, let's be clear. In terms of his relationship with the Guptas and the corruption and the blah blah, he hadn't actually been charged. He still hasn't been charged with anything.
No, hectic.
Neither have the fucking Guptas. That's why they're blooming where they're blooming and they're not here. It's like, what have you charged me with? So the mom, the speculation is identity theft in order to get her child and herself citizenship. Sweet. Where is the charge? And in between, like I'm saying, everything Chichi does is now being scrutinized by South Africans under the lens of you guys are scammers. Very unfair on her, because even if her mom did identity theft, that's got fuck all to do with her.
Question. Chichi went to that
pageant
as what? South African or
no, as Nigerian?
How?
She went as a district. Ne?
How? Wait.
Yeah, so they do their pageant with different districts.
Yeah,
so you pick
she went as like Miss KZN.
in.
How?
Our faith to go net district in
No,
Nigeria.
my question is how when she's got a South African passport or ID.
And her story, this is why the story is crazy.
How do you
her
then go to that show?
You judging it? No.
Wait. All of a Sunday now, Nigerian, you have Nigerian passport.
You're judging it by South African rules. In other words, as Miss South Africa, in order to enter,
sure the Nigeria.
No. The way I understand the Miss Universe Nigeria, the way I understand that pageant to work is, if you are of Nigerian heritage, an expat or something, you can come and you can compete. I'll give you an example. We have a South African girl who took part in Miss South Africa, didn't win, or tried out for Miss South Africa. Long story short, she went to Thailand because she was a South African, but she was of Thai heritage. She took part in that Miss Thailand one. She won that shit, and she became Miss Thailand's Banban.
Wait, guys, my question again, because this thing is dribbling me. Is this the equivalent of Miss South Africa? Like that,
I think so.
That competition.
That's where I agree with you. I'm not sure.
Miss
I'm
Nigeria,
not sure, but
or is it like is this Miss Universe? Is this Miss Universe South Africa like a side pageant?
No, because from my understanding, she's going to compete internationally after this. So
Miss Universe, the one that we all know.
Yes, I think
the World Cup of all the Miss.
Yeah.
If I may offer a possible scenario, because Nigerians have a global footprint, if they were to do a pageant where they say, hey, everyone all over the world doing your thing, come home and take part in a Miss Universe Nigeria. In other words, you don't have to be based in Nigeria to participate in this thing. Because some of the criticism I saw online from Nigerians of Chichi was, I think the region that she was representing, like I say, I'm not being disrespectful, I don't know the name. But anyway, let's say it was like Abuja. Okay? You are now Miss Abuja. You're competing under the flag of Miss Universe Nigeria, Abuja. Miss Universe Nigeria, Lagos. Miss Universe Nigeria, Hillbrow. You now... Miss Universe Nigeria, Sunnyside. You're right. You are now competing under the banner of that province or that section that you're from. She was representing a district that people were saying, you've never lived here. You don't even know where the fuck it is. What gives you the right to come from South Africa into our competition to represent a district you are not from? That's what Nigerian Twitter was saying about her. South Africans were like aware because obviously Twitter's a fucking shitty place. They're viewing it as we got rid of a headache. Your computer. You understand? But now that she's won, I think she gets entry into or qualification for entry into Miss Universe, the real one. Yeah. The one that Demi won.
Are there any comments that we can see? Yeah.
And Wandy, where's those intern lighties? Hey, bring some water there. Hey, these fucking lighties that work here. Yes.
Chichi will learn the hard way. She's right at the source. Hey, Venus is commenting. Is there any other comments?
The country is in shambles. Yes, like Venus. Wow, bro.
Hectic.
This is going back to Pori.
You get dropped around. Oh, this is around. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it took off on TikTok, Mapelo. But yeah, could be. This isn't that though. Nice song, but it's not nigga, my friend.
Okay. No, anyways.
To be honest, keep it 100, yo.
I'll forget to move on to the next thing. Cartel and fan hard boy.
Have you guys been keeping up with the Paralympics?
Out in Yolanda. Do you want some water?
I've been keeping up with the I've been keeping up with the what's this, the TikTok account.
It's hilarious, right?
Oh my god.
We are going to hell for that.
If you've ever please, it's on your own accord, please go and check out the TikTok account for the Paralympic Games. Yo.
Paralympics.
It's bad. Did I say Paralympic Games? Isn't it Olympic Games? Paralympic
No,
Games?
it's Paralympic Games.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So extremely. Oh, yeah. But I mean, we've got winners from there.
Yes,
We've been
too.
collecting like there's no like nobody's business. I think it's 100 meter. What was it?
Yes. So there's different tiers. I don't really
T-whatnot,
understand.
T44.
Yes. So
this, that, the other.
Umalelo, he won the gold for the T44 100
T44,
meter.
yeah, yes. Sprint, yeah?
Yes, that. So shout out to him.
And then is that for the visually impaired or you don't know?
I can't
He
explain.
won it for the what? T44.
T40, and we
Yes.
don't know the categories.
Sorry, I had to leave because you guys were talking about the Paralympics page on TikTok, and I didn't want to step
And
into
laugh.
that.
And
In
laugh.
fact, stop, all my friends,
Okay.
stop DMing me. Fuck you guys. I'm leaving.
No, man.
No,
Okay.
stay.
We'll move
And
on.
then he won a bronze.
Sure.
Kutia, she did T11. And then that was a 1.5 meter race.
1,500.
Oh,
What did they call it? T11.
I thought you said a race for 1.5 meters. I was going to.
Yeah, so there's different tiers depending on like their disability. They
Yes.
get clustered, so they could be all doing the same race, but it's
Yes, there's
categorized
different.
differently.
That's what I was reading something
No,
about
guys.
it, man.
So there's one for like visually impaired. There's one for
Yes.
if you have if you Oscar Pistorius in this game,
Yes.
like if you've got one or two
yes.
what are those things?
Legs.
Well,
What do you mean? No, okay, here. Look here.
Like
It says the
FAT.
groupings of athletes by the degree of activity limitation resulting from their impairments are called sports classes. This, to a certain extent, is similar to grouping athletes by age, gender,
Sure.
or weight. So, for example,
Sure.
in boxing, you've got weight classes.
Middleweight, yeah,
Right.
welterweight, blah, blah, blah.
It says that the classification determines which athletes are obviously eligible to compete in a sport and how those athletes are then grouped for competition in order to minimize the impact of the athlete's impairments on sport performance.
Sure.
That's why I know, like you say, with the visually impaired, it's obviously not the same. You're not physically.
Sure.
You understand? You can't see.
You've got the
but
ability
you can,
to
you can
run
got the
fast.
ability
It's just
to
you
run.
need
Whereas
assistance
somebody
from someone
without
else,
maybe missing a limb or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are performing well, to my understanding. At the moment.
We've won 2 medals so far. I'm
Yeah.
not following it, but every time South Africa does great,
Gaten's on top of it.
Of course.
Gaten is on
Doing
it.
No
great job.
DNA, just RSA.
I mean, South Africa's booming in sports right now.
Yeah.
Clapped New Zealand over the weekend as well. Springboks.
We did.
What was
People
a
were screaming.
tight
They said
game.
the try wasn't a try, but I mean,
Really?
no,
Yeah.
but it happens in games.
The final
too.
one.
No.
The
I
one
think
that-
it was
The first try.
Mbonambi's try.
The first try, I think.
I didn't.
I
see-
think
didn't
so.
see.
Basically, he lunged for the line,
Yeah.
but as he put the ball down,
was a-
Ubrur from New Zealand, the
Sure.
New Zealand defender,
was a
also had
hand.
his hands on the ball. So when the ball kind of hits the line,
Oh, hectic.
it's difficult to say who pressed it down.
But in those instances, they lean towards.
They lean towards the what do you call it?
No. It's a forward advantage thing. Like.
So whoever the forward player is,
No, not forward player. Like as in like. Hey, actually, I'd be butchering the explanation.
Yes. No,
How-
but I saw it, New Zealand, again, on social media, New Zealand was making a noise about the
Sure.
try. Something that did stand out. And I also when I heard it happening, I was
Oh, it
like,
was
that's
cuck.
fucked up.
That Sister
Was when
Bettina
they
thing.
played Sister Bettina
That-
over
during
the
the
haka.
haka. That was fucked up.
That wasn't cool.
They have apologized.
No, but
As much as they have, it's
they've
like, what the fuck
apologized.
is wrong with you?
Bro.
Who cues the music? Are you fucking dumb? Who
Bro,
the fuck
that
is the
guy
DJ?
should be fired. That thing was wrong because the haka is not just. I mean, it's obviously it's what they do, but then it's also, if I'm not mistaken, it's a It's a call, it's like a not a spiritual call.
It's like a war cry.
Outside of a war cry.
Yeah, so outside of like the spectacle and the entertainment of the haka, there's a spiritual element where we're getting in the zone.
Yes.
Allow us to get in the zone.
Yes.
That's why our players stand and stare them
And
down.
respect it.
They don't say, hey, fuck you. They don't. They stand. They respect that display. It's not like they want to watch these men dancing for them,
Sure.
but that's how it works. Regardless of the team New Zealand is playing against, they stand and they observe. They complete the haka, they rile themselves up, and then you play Sister Bettina before the thing is over. Like, what the fuck?
Simple as all that.
Yes.
That can't just press play during, bro. That thing was wrong. Like,
and why? My question is why? With whatever we are DJs. You know what, my man? You can't play a song during the speeches when signed. Who is the DJ there at the stadium?
No, I must get that guy fired.
And also, like, people sometimes they attack like unnecessary shit. Because one of the New Zealand players, when asked to comment on the thing of South Africa apologizing, he was like, look, I get it in terms of the timing of an aeroplane. You can't tell the aeroplane, hey wait, he's got to time his fly over.
Yes.
He's got to time his fly over perfectly.
Yeah.
And that isn't always possible.
Sure.
But he was like, it's nice that they apologize, but like, shit happens. But honestly, from the DJ's perspective, that could have been avoided. This is not the same as a jumbo jet scooting over.
Did the jet fly over while they were doing the haka?
Yeah,
no.
And so as they were doing the haka, it flew over, and then we heard Sister Bettina.
And then
play.
Sister Bettina, yes.
Yeah, bro.
So
that's why they were like,
yeah, but the timing of the jet is excusable because, that guy can't turn around mid-air.
Yes.
Whereas the Sister Bettina thing is
but
like,
guys, on all the other games, it's been done to the T. Why this particular one?
I don't know who was flying the plane.
It was so close to the stadium, hey? It wasn't one of those where it was super far. It was one of those.
No, it's
it was very telling that nobody commented on the jet flyover.
What?
Did you see what it said underneath the plane?
Emirates.
Yes.
Emirates is a sponsor though for the stadium.
I remember it being an SAA plane. Well, like our whole offering was a South African offering.
This was
a sponsored flyover.
Yeah, but Emirates sponsors the field that they were playing in.
Emirates sponsors the Lions. Isn't the Lions home ground?
It's Ellis Park. Well, Ellis Park is
home ground for the Lions.
Yeah.
And it's Emirates Ellis Park.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, but I'm just saying, Matubela, when we started the flyovers in 95?
Yeah, maybe get SAA to run their business properly, or
they like bankrupt or something,
or get flights.
They were sold and then the sale was cancelled. I got into an argument on Twitter with somebody about it when I said SAA is fucked. He was like, "What do you mean fucked? The sale has been reversed." I said, "Are you a puss, man?"
What, the Pravin thing?
Yeah, they tried to buy 51%, but like that whole thing, the deal fell through.
Yeah,
Pravin obviously wasn't happy with his cut. He said, "Fuck this deal."
Anyways.
Wow, that's about it, folks. All the trending stuff.
Laka Bali, we can be bras. Good stuff. Anyway,
guys, thank you. It's been another Laka episode.
Can someone explain to me also quickly? Sorry, guys, I don't mean to be a dumbass. What the fuck is that DNA RSA thing?
Okay, I can do it for you. Very quick, in and hurry.
Yeah.
So South Africans started noticing this pattern that we're doing well, and this has now become like the slogan anytime we win something. Right? Instead of saying DNA, because DNA, we don't know what that is, we say RSA, to represent the fact that whatever
but it
is taking
stemmed from
place
somewhere. Someone said that.
Yeah, and then it became a thing. But now I'm saying it's a slogan now every time we win. Okay. So every time like a South African does something great, Paralympics, the Springboks, whatever happens,
swimmers, whatever you call it. Yeah.
Well, the slogan has
in
now
other
become
words,
no DNA, just RSA.
Okay, because what I took it to mean is that RSA is in our DNA. In other words, like when I was at school, like if you hang around a lot of Afrikaners, they used to say this thing, and sorry Afrikaners, I might be remembering it incorrectly, but they used to say, my blood is groen, like my blood is clean when supporting our national teams. Yeah, kind of, So on some, DNA doesn't separate us. In other words, you are black, I am white, I am Indian, we are all one, because we are RSA. Yeah.
Okay.
Marv, what DNA do you have? Your fucking lab example.
It starts with a K.
You fucking Franken.
Sorry.
Did you see that clip? I sent you this one. That one where that bra is like, when I snap my fingers, you'll forget you are ever gay. And then he's like, and then Mbafo is like, I was never gay. Exactly.
Guys, we're getting out of here. Thank you very much for your time. If you are in Joburg, please come through on Sunday. We are out at the station in Newtown. The event is called Polar. The whole team is going to be here. The team, Warwick is going to be there.
I won't be with the team, but you'll excuse
woman
me.
in tech, James, Marvin, Rashford. We have the Temu version of Rashford. I'm joking. There's a guy
same as Chichi's crown.
There's a cool dude here who looks exactly like Marcus Rashford. He'll be there. Wandy, thank you. Wandy's gonna be there out there.
But Wandy will only be there while the sun's out. His car turns into a pumpkin.
Wandy's gonna be out there. I think with the missus, so it's going to be a vibe, man. The whole team's going to be out there. Please get your tickets at Web Tickets. They're almost sold out. If you prefer a table, just go onto the Polar page on Instagram, and we will see you on Sunday. Otherwise,
talk to us about the lineup, man. You didn't even tell us who's there.
Hey, time to go home, man. What? Yeah, who's on the lineup? Kabza Small,
Washa,
DJ Fresh. Fresh, we love you out here. DJ Fresh, Dala Tuxin, Durban Gogo, Kelvin Momo, Ezra, Kitchen Mess. We got a performance by Usima Mane, Professor, Babalo M. It's going to be a dope vibe. 6th birthday, all white. We'll see you. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it on.
Funky volume, boy!
For the million seasons.